houseplants. They look great in your home, and research says that they're healthy to have around too. Now, if you want to spruce up your place but don't like plain old planters, there are some great new options, potted plant alternatives on the to-do list.
Okay, you've heard of terrariums, but that's not the only way to give up the pot. No, not that pot. Dig It Gardens owner Ryan Jerrell is digging into alternatives to the traditional potted plant. For starters, ditch the containers and switch to Airplants.
If I saw it, I'd think somebody pulled it out of the ground and it should probably go back in.
Basically, it's a plant that evolved to be able to sustain without having like what people would think of as typical roots, like a system to uptake water. They basically do all of that through their leaves.
You just soak them in water once a week for about 5 to 10 minutes, then display them however you see fit, from glass globes to driftwood.
Even by themselves are pretty striking.
Also very dramatic.
Next, plants love water, so why not let them live in it?
It's a cutting, so there was no roots to begin with. So like this is literally like from one cutting.
Oh my gosh! And it's just in water. It's just rooted itself.
Yeah, and then you don't want to continuously fill it up. You want a little bit of oxygen, so as the water level drops, that's totally fine. One of the things too is to make sure that you change out the water.
Of course, not all plants love water that much, so be sure to pick the right one.
Like pothos, philodendron, but then like rosemary, lavender. I mean, there's some herbs that will grow in straight water.
Bonus, it's a good excuse to finish that bottle.
Somebody drank all this alcohol.
Finally, a plant that's picture perfect on your wall.
It's more of a work of art and a living thing, as opposed to sometimes a living wall. It's just simply like, it's just a wall.
But forget soil, this plant frame is mixing it up with moss.
They make it so it kind of keeps the moss in there. And then what we did is just, used plant varieties that would do well in kind of a little bit more moisture.
Use a spray bottle to water them, or
you can just take it off the wall and like put it in the sink and kind of give it a watering.
Oh.
Let some of the excess water run off, and then just
put it right back on your wall.
To pick the perfect plant option, find the smartest looking person at your local plant shop and ask away.
Knowledge is power, and power is plants.
This is true, at least from our perspective.
A new crop of ways to go pot-free on the to-do list.